All right, let's continue. See if we can push this research facility a little bit today. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm a little bit far away from the mic. I'm trying to make my Twitch work, but for some reason lately it's just giving me problems. Maybe I changed the OBS settings, so it's a little bit. So the stream looks a little bit better, and I think it's because I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so I think it's too much for the computer, but I have my other computer dedicated to that. Yeah, well, I think I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna do Twitch on this one, I guess. Yeah, it keeps giving me an error. Well, use a different encoder for Twitch. Yeah, I need to sit down and see what's going on. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna do Twitch for now. Okay, no problem. Okay, I'm going to push a little bit this area. Especially we got these two big rooms here. Gonna fill in this area a little bit. And see if I can continue with the lower area tomorrow. We got this camera clip in here. just gonna deselect some of these. I'm almost getting there. So we got this area here, and then it goes under underground through this elevator, and this is gonna be the final area of the of this level. Right here. Here we're gonna have the final room, the cryo chamber room, and this is gonna be the end of this level. So yeah, I'm gonna push it as fast as possible so I can get this done, and then just focus on AI, getting the enemies to work properly and all the good stuff. Then I can polish a little bit more the environment, but just to have everything. Also to check performance and see how much can I add. I appreciate it. Yeah, since I started using data layers, it's been very good, like performance wise. I think that's going to be my main technique. To get better performance. Just load what I need at the time, right? I'm not gonna have everything loaded, but just the rooms I need. So I'm going to segment these areas by in different data layers, and then I'm going to just load them with a blueprint whenever I open or close a door, and that way is gonna allow me to even go a little harder with detail. I'm actually very surprised how good it works. That way I will be able to push it a little bit harder by adding like nice VFX and very cool stuff. Okay, here we need to adjust a little bit the props. Now I'm just kind of like copy pasting my prefabs, like these groups of assets, and then I will modify them a little bit. Alright, I want to get these little pieces of wall. There you go, this one. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, I need. Then I can get into little tiny things like that. Yeah. I also want to add like a bunch of effects. I want to figure out the fog. What's the best way to add fog? I was using local volume, local fog volumes, but I think they're a little bit heavy on performance. If I want to make them look very good, I need to bump their I need to bump some values using a console command, and that makes it a little bit heavy. Hey, I'm doing very good. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing great as well. Just trying to fill in these rooms. Right here, we need to do this one and just the hallways. Wanna finish with this level, so with this floor, so I can continue with the last floor. This pipe is just floating there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we are very close, to be honest. Like, I'm super happy. Yesterday I was playing the whole thing, and I was like, wow, it's actually looking very nice. This is like the first pass. I want to go deep into detail and add little things, but I'm very happy with this first pass. There's going to be like VFX and decal pass as well. Then a lighting pass as well, just to make things look very nice. But for now I just want to do like the main okay, we're missing some stuff here. Kind of like the main props, everything that the character is going to collide with. And after that I want to work with the AI enemies, trying to get them working as good as possible. And I have like a long list of bugs that I want to fix. And after that I can just focus on making things look very nice. For example, all these decorations that I'm adding, things that are not actually going to be, things that the character is not going to interact with, these things are not needed, but it's also nice, like as a performance test, to see how much can I push it. Yeah, this is it's a very long outliner. There's so much stuff in here, like so much stuff. But it's working very nice with the data layers. Okay, awesome. Okay, I think we got this room. Well, actually, data layers are the new the new way of doing sub levels. It's it works with world partition. That's the new way of doing that with Unreal. Sub levels, definitely they're still working, but if you're using world partition, that's the way to go. It is crazy how fast like you can load an area with. Oh wow, this is totally off. With data layers, it takes like kind of like 3 to 4 seconds to load like a big area. So I have these doors that take some time to open, and when the door is opening, it's actually loading the next area. That's how I'm going to try to avoid loading screens by making them into like doors, kind of like Batman Arkham Asylum. Whenever you go into these doors that have like a scanner and stuff, you're actually loading the next area, and some of them do take a while to open up. But the whole door it's so interesting and it looks super cool, that it actually makes sense to wait for it. And it has like this like facial recognition stuff, so it's kind of like, you know, it's so nice. It kind of like you don't really think about the loading stuff. Okay, let's get some of these props. As long as I understand, it's not loaded into memory. It's loaded. It loads when you tell it to. So world partition, like you can segment your environment in grid, like in a by little like squares, like a grid, and then you can tell it how far assets are going to despawn. But you can also have data layers, and you can have blueprints to load and unload data layers. And when it goes unloaded, like it goes unloaded, it's out of memory, and you can really tell the performance changes. It's super awesome. You do get frame drops when it loads, so it's nice to have it in a door, so you're waiting for the door to open and you have like a couple of frame drops, boom boom, and that's when it loads the next area. But it's super quick, like the first area that I have, it takes about like 3 to 4 seconds to load the whole thing, and you see the things spawning like. But since I have this door animation, you don't see the thing, so it opens one door to the sides, then it opens one to like up and down, and then it reveals the scene already loaded, so it's kind of like seamless. Very cool, very cool stuff. I wanted to do this a long time ago, and I'm super happy that I started using this technique. That's another way of doing it. We actually have the async plugin integration. There's a documentation for that. I was thinking of going that route, and depending on how big the environment is, it might make sense to have that. For example, this whole area, it could be another level, right? For example, if I end up having like mountains and a bunch of other things in the level, it doesn't really make sense to have this thing here. But again, like with data layers, we can kind of like play with that. But yeah, I need to test it. I'm very happy with the data layer approach. There are multiple directional lights. I keep copying the ultra dynamic sky. I don't know why I keep selecting this thing. It gets in the way. Okay. So this local fog also, I'm gonna get it into data layers so you don't get to see this this thing here if you're actually outside. But yeah, it's data layers. Wow, it's super awesome. Like I'm super happy about it. All right, nice. We are getting there. I wanna get the panels for the walls. Wanna add that detail there. Let's see if we can push that. Is this the whole thing, or I'm missing? I think I'm missing some stuff. These little things I want to add everywhere. Nice. So I have this AI that has the possibility to explode, but instead of like a grenade explosion, I want to make it like some kind of like organic green goo kind of thing, you know, like those zombies that explode and are just like pff, like a green thing. So I wanna see if I can make a cool VFX and Niagara effect for that. That'll be very cool. Also, so it like gets a I want like a post-process material in the camera that kind of like gets filled with this goo and then goes down. Oh, I thought these were attached to. the wall. It's good to work with this light, because when it's too dark you cannot really tell. Yeah, yesterday I was playing through the whole level, and I fixed a couple of collisions. Collisions are a big deal, definitely. You need to test that a lot, so there's no like gaps in the floor or anything, anything weird. Just gonna double check that I don't have anything hidden here, so I don't put props on top of each other. Nice. Okay. Oop, I just realized a little gap right there. Okay. Yeah, let's get some of those. Yeah, I also want to get a bunch of cables. Oh, some of these are a little bit off. Messed up a little bit here. It's okay, not a big deal. Now we can just randomize this a little. Oh, this is messed up. Yep, this one as well. Oh, we have this little thing going here. Oh, okay. It's kind of nice. Going a little bit more loose with this. What the hell are these pipes? Some cool decals. I need some cool decals to fill in the gaps. To add like a bunch of details and panels and stuff. Then we can give it a little bit of just modify the textures a little bit so the colors match a little better. And everything feels part of the same thing. Okay. I'm just gonna enter in getting the flow of this and we'll try to fill in this space. Those pipes ending here. That's a little nicer. Let's copy this console command right here. Nice, nice, nice. Too much stuff here. Too much. Yeah, too much. It's too repetitive. Nope. That looks not so sweet. Yeah, too much. We need to get rid of this. Changing. Yeah, I need to change that with something else. Also, the color white, it's too takes too much attention. We have this at the right side. Let's push this to the other side. Let's go into turbo mode and let's just flow a little bit more with this. This is gonna go through a second layer of detail, but now we are just placing stuff. A little bit more loosely. I'm still not sure how to use this prop. It's like a corner piece, but okay, that's super awesome. Okay, this is the main entrance. That's very nice. Transform on Y. Bloop. Yeah, I like to think that these things kind of grow where the heat is, so they like to grow near cables and pipes. I still don't understand how these props are meant to be used. They're called corner pieces, but not exactly sure how they want me to use this. Oh, I see where that went. Yep, I want to get some stuff in the ceiling. Oh my god. That looks kind of cool. I haven't used these ones. Oh. This is my favorite piece. Super awesome. Just have one of those. Don't want to overuse this one, but it's super awesome. Going a little bit crazy with the size here, but I think changes the whole thing a little. Corner piece. I want a flat one that goes around corners. We can definitely play with the modeling tools and get some extra pieces with the mirror tool, something that goes around a little bit the frame. These ones, I'm not very, yeah, I'm not sure about these ones. They're a little bit low poly and they're meant to be smaller. This might be, this might work very well with foliage. Maybe we can paint that with foliage, with the foliage tools. I think might look very nice. That looks kind of crazy. What is this thing here? I like these panels a lot. I want to get a bunch of cool decals like that to add a bunch of detail. Okay, how are we doing? Oh, we're still missing this room. This area. But it's getting yeah, the pipes and cables are looking very nice. Too much repetition here. Might be the color white that is just kind of like pushing it out too much. Let's see how are we doing with the fog. This fog, it's especially because I have 3 volumes, it gets a little heavy. Are we running out of video memory? Okay, not getting the message. Sometimes you close the editor, open it back up, and you have more. Suddenly there's a more video memory, like maybe Unreal just was using it somewhere and then kind of like resets the thing. Hey, how's it going? I made the bullets make a little bit more damage. Let's see. Is the AI not walking cause the recast nav mesh? Okay, no, it's right there. Okay, again we're having issues with the recast nav mesh. Huh. This thing giving problems again. Yeah, this is a personal project. I'm making a small sci-fi horror survival game. This happened to me yesterday with the recast nav mesh. This is what. Oh, I see some. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now the nav mesh is too small. I was like, I'm pretty sure that it should work, but it's just the volume that is too small. So this nav mesh, it actually needs to cover, there you go, that area as well, so we can get these enemies to walk around. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to finish this area, this level. It starts with a industrial, kind of like energy facility, and then it goes into like a research lab, and then it goes underneath, using there's a elevator, and it goes down into like a cryo chamber, and that's the end of the level. Yeah, I'm really trying to push the environment as much as possible. I'm gonna give myself maximum until Friday to get it as nice as possible, so I can actually start working on the enemies and the AI. Wanna like get the enemies working as good as possible. There's and also like a big list of bugs I wanna fix. It's funny because this door takes forever to open because I'm actually loading stuff on the other side. Wait. So if I open this up, it should load area number 1. There you go. I got the little frame drop. Yeah, I love this bunch of industrial stuff. Oh no. Oy. So that's why it takes forever to open. Yeah, there's so much detail I want to add to this. This doesn't do much damage. Yeah, the camera effect, I'm not sure about the camera effect. I had some steam coming off. I'm not sure what happened to that effect. Need to make like a railing, some metal railing. What's going on? Oh my god, every time something new pops up. Is it because it's the eye? It needs to be... initially visible, initially loaded, but unloaded in runtime with the eye on, so it actually works. This is new. They get stuck with their own items because they have collisions. I need to take those collisions off. That's kind of funny. Oh, okay, so yeah, the data layer needs to be actually initially loaded, initially visible with the eye on. And now we get the steam here. What is going on? It's not loading the data layers. Wow. Access none trying to read real property dust particles, ultra dynamic weather. Update wind. Okay, this is related to the ultra dynamic weather because that's inside a data layer. Let's push it off that data layer. Oh, it's inside two data layers. That's gonna be buggy. Yep, we don't want the same asset to be inside two different data layers. Yeah, I'm still getting used to these data layers. They're super awesome, but need to learn how to use them first. Let's push that in there. Boop. Right there. Hey, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing great. I'm continuing with this area. It's coming together. I'm trying to push the environment. I'm gonna give it like a couple more days, probably until Friday, so I can start focusing on the AI, the enemies, resource management, and all the cool stuff. And then we can always come back and just give it a little bit more details, like adding decals, VFX, and lighting and stuff. But yeah, pretty happy. It's coming little by little. I've been adding a bunch of pipes and cables to the walls. Yeah, this will look so nice with some decals to add even more detail. Then I will change a little bit the texture so everything kind of like comes together and feels like part of the same thing. These ammo boxes that these enemies drop, I want to make them like all kind of like you know, you know, I wanna make them look like they just came out of their body. So like all kind of like I'm gonna add a bunch of like organic matter to it and like fluids and stuff, so it looks like actually like it came out from the insides of the alien. I want to see if I can actually change the drop rate, so it's not always dropping the same thing. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's very rough for now. I'm kind of like just placing all the assets that I want together, and then I will really go in there and just get the little details. Also the sounds, that's gonna be super awesome. The flickering lights and the sounds. Yeah, there's so much. Right now I'm kind of like feeling the space, testing the little different props, and see what comes, what goes well together. But at the same time, I don't want to. I think this is a little bit too big. At the same time, I don't want to like spend too much time in the environment. Like that's what I like doing, like working on the environment. So that's what I'm trying to give it, like this first layer, first pass to the environment, and then it's time to actually work on the logic, get the enemies to work as good as possible. So they don't feel clunky, and like fix the list of bugs I got. And yeah, I would love to make the environment more interactable. Oh, I saw something there. Is that panel? Oh, I think that panel is 1 unit off. We get some light leaks. Also, the specularity or the roughness of these panels is a little bit too much. That's why we get that glitchiness in the scratches. Little like fireflies. So I'm gonna take that roughness a little bit off and stuff like that. Talking about oh my god. Well, I'm getting pretty good frame rate on editor, so if I export it, I'm gonna get better frame rate. It's always a little better when you export your game. So if I'm getting like 50 on editor, I'm super happy, because I might be getting 60 on the actual build. I need to do a build actually. I haven't done a build in a while. Yeah, I gotta there's so many bugs to fix. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a couple more days for the environment, and then I'm just gonna jump into game logic and try to make it feel as good as possible. I have a long list of things to fix. I need to keep adding stuff to the list. Every time I find something, I need to write it in there so I don't forget. Some of these things are not I think I already fixed some of these things. But yeah, there's a lot. It's funny, like I'm doing such a little um, such a small kind of like little demo, and there's so much that goes into it. But definitely AI is gonna be one of the biggest things. To get working right. Yeah, it's like an obsession of mine. Like I um yeah, this is like the second attempt. I was making like a sci-fi game maybe like a couple of years ago, and it got too complex. I was mixing a couple of templates together, and I was using this locomotion system. I forgot the name, the advanced locomotion system, and things got too complex. And I was like, oh my god, I cannot continue with this. It's too much. So this is like my second attempt. Now that I have a little bit more experience, and I'm like, yeah, let's just keep it small. Let's try to make little a little demo and see if we can actually get something as polished as possible. Up, yep, that panel right there is missing one unit. Here we don't have the fog settings at full, so the fog, there's no actual fog in front of us. It's just in the distance. So I want to see what's the best solution for fog, because these local fog volumes, I'm not sure if that's the best solution to get like very thick fog everywhere. You see, like it fades away from the character. To change that, there's a console variable, but it does hit performance. I want to make this this thing kind of like yeah. I also wanna think about, kind of need to decide like how I want the AI to. Oh my god, where is it? Yeah, they got me cornered. I want to decide like how I want the AI to be, because now it feels like an action kind of like shooter game, you know. Kind of want to decide how I want to make the AI. It would be super cool to have like a trigger box, so you're walking like somewhere here, and then this panel drops and poof, a monster appears. Your typical sci-fi panel falling from the ceiling. Yeah, I probably made the bullets a little bit too strong. It's 1 a.m. I should probably go to bed soon. I don't really want to go too late, so I can wake up tomorrow earlier and take advantage of the morning. It's kind of nice working at night, to be honest. Like it's the temperature is cold, the computers work better. Um, but there's a kind of like when you go very late to bed, like you wake up the next day like midday or something, and it just doesn't it doesn't feel right. There's something about like waking early in the morning and just getting to work. It's just you are like very sharp in the morning. Like, well, at least I'm very sharp. You have like that morning energy that is super nice. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's interesting. Like people are um, watching more my stream lately. It's kind of nice. I actually I actually got like 3,000 views on my vertical stream the other day, and vertical streams is something that YouTube pushes too much. So it's kind of cool, but like compared to the other projects I've been working on, it seems like there is interest in this kind of like genre, and I'm like, yeah. Also, I've been getting a bunch of new subscribers, which is very nice. Because I have like this shooter survival template, and I'm like, I know I want to make something sci-fi, but then I was like, I also like creepy things. I like Alien Isolation, Dead Space, Warhammer, The Forever Winter, and I'm like, yeah, actually, people people recommend to actually do horror games. It's actually something like doable. Um, so I'm like, yeah, it's not a bad idea actually for this kind of like small demo that I'm going for. I think it's something. Yeah, that's what I do. Um, that's why I do the vertical stream, because YouTube is pushing vertical streams a lot. So it's a very nice way to kind of like get new viewers. I need to do shorts, and I need to do my other social media. Um, yeah, I think when I get the environments to like a more polished level, I think I'm gonna do some nice cameras and put them in like in the shorts. Do some gameplay shots. I'm trying not to do too much pre-render footage. I kind of want to like just throw a camera in the sequencer and get the basic settings so it looks like in real time. don't really wanna show stuff that it's not gonna look like in the actual gameplay. Yeah, these guys hit very hard. This is another bug. Like when I respawn, it respawns like too high up, so I'm outside the actual environment. Oh my god, this is a big problem. It's probably like a couple of clicks to fix it, but I'm not exactly sure where I need to make that change. Yeah, it's very nice. Like really starting to like this project a lot. Yeah, I was playing yesterday, and I was like, oof, wow, this looks kind of nice. But it's a game, so it needs to look nice and it needs to play nice, and that's the that's the most difficult part, the part that I have not much experience with. I haven't tried these AI tools for coding. I I'm like um, I have like zero experience coding, and blueprinting. I do some. I have like very basic knowledge of blueprints. That's why I'm using this template, not only as a learning experience, but also to be able to focus a little bit more in the art side of things, especially the world building. I want to see how much can I push the detail of the environments, and make something cool. But there's a lot of specific things I would like to have, so definitely that will require me to get into like very specific you know um custom blueprints and stuff. Mm. All right, yeah, I think gonna probably leave it here so I can go to bed and continue tomorrow. Yeah, I'm definitely want to try those tools. Um, there's some stuff like that for Unity, and I heard some people talking about it, and it's very cool. Um, we are not yet to that point where I can like imagine having an AI where I can like upload my whole game logic, and then I can write like, hey, can you make me an enemy AI that for this creature character, that this like four-legged character or this four-legged mech that works inside the logic that I already have, that that's gonna be the next level of AI. Like in when we get to that point, I think anybody will be able to make like a game without no problem. Maybe the code, the blueprints will not be the like the cleanest or the most optimized, but that'll be crazy. Like I think that's gonna be very very interesting. Like imagine like this AI like analyzing your whole project, and then you go like create me a boss fight where it goes through these different stages, boom 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 boom, and it just like makes this crazy skill tree for you. Like that'll be crazy. Which is yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna happen when we get to that point. Like I think we will have like 10-year-olds making games like in days basically. This is the point of the night where like I'm like thinking about so many possibilities. I'm like it's time to go to bed. um yeah, I was actually I tried the Roblox engine like a couple of months ago, and I found it very interesting. Where there's like this drop down of already created assets, and I made like a small zombie shooter game, and I was like crazy, like impressed by it. Like I was like, there's this like just repository of already pre-made systems that you can just throw together and they connect. Like I always dreamed about this in Unreal, like having like a gallery of components, like blueprint components that they can like work together, kind of like well, to be honest, that's what it's happening with the Fortnite. I forgot the name of it. Like Fortnite creator, like this Fortnite creative, I think it is. You have like this bunch of things already made for you, but that's very interesting. Like it's kind of fun because I think about all these possibilities, but then I also think about what's going to happen to Steam and to like the whole industry when this like becomes super available to everybody. Like I think yeah, Steam is just gonna get flooded. Like I mean, already there's already so many games. It's crazy like how many games there are out there. And then if it hits, upgrade to Unreal. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, we're living in a very interesting time. It's gonna be very fun to see what's going on, how things are going to change. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Well, I'm I am going to bed because if not, I will just stay here talking about infinite possibilities. Okay. This is so hypnotic. I'm kind of like I kind of want to like go and play around and walk around the level, but yeah, let's continue tomorrow with more energy and sharpness. All right, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.